Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to review the top 30 venture capital and angel groups for startup capital in the USA. And this is a list of 30 firms that I've selected that would be great targets for people who are doing their pre-seed and early seed fundraising for 2024. My entire database of USA groups is around 550, but this is a really good target if you want to start your fundraising. Just a bit of information about myself. I'm a fundraising strategist with 15 years of experience in high-end real estate sales and marketing, spanning Canada, Dubai, and the Caribbean. And over the past 2 years on Fiverr, I've assisted over 200 clients with startup fundraising, pitch deck refinement, investor outreach strategies, and custom investor databases. In addition, I'm an advisor to a New York-based investment company affiliated with a $60 billion fund. The fund focuses on various sectors, particularly income-producing real estate with capital requirements for projects, usually ranging around $10 to $20 million. These projects are selected based on their cash flow and growth potential. You can get more information on my Fiverr profile by clicking the link below. So this video highlights the top 30 USA seed venture capital and angel groups in my exclusive fundraising database to help you raise capital for your startup in 2024. And again, these are just 30 that I've picked. I've gone through them, and what makes them unique is they fund a lot of seed startups, early stage companies, a lot of tech involvement here, healthcare, AI. So they would be really good targets for you if you were just going to start off with a small group to test your fundraising efforts. Again, I actually suggest that people start fundraising very early in your company's growth and don't let it wait till the end. And that's something that you're going to see in videos that I've done on individual USA and my Middle East firms. So you can check my other videos, but it's really, really important that you don't wait to fundraise for when you really need the money. Start 9 months, a year beforehand. And I've got strategies that can help you out. But let's focus now on 30 companies that would be great for you to approach for seed capital in 2024. Modano Ventures, they're based in California, and their sectors include technology, AI, and big data, and they're suitable for early stage tech startups. They're one of the ones that's going to be in my database, and you're going to see the database a little bit later on in the presentation. 645 Ventures, they're based in New York. Again, they're early stage venture capital. They will look at tech, software, SaaS, and again, they're suitable for tech startups looking to align with venture capital firm that's deep in the technology ecosystem. Here's another good one, 14W. They're based out of New York. Their sectors include marketplaces, software, and healthcare. And they're suitable for startups seeking strategic partners, leveraging expertise in both tech and consumer brand spaces. So they're a good one as well. All these 30 are excellent. This is a good one based out of New York. 22X, this is another early stage venture capital group out of California. Again, tech in general. And again, best for startups looking to gain traction and have a good firm behind them to help them with their growth. A lot of these venture capital and angel groups aren't just places that you're going to get money from. They're going to give you guidance. They're going to give you tips on how to develop your business. So it's really important to understand the dynamics. Go to the websites on my database. You learn more about the firms. Pipeline Capital Partners, again, another one based out of Menlo Park, California. Venture capital group, software, healthcare technology. Again, best for early stage startups. 122 Ventures, this is based in San Francisco. They have funded a large amount of startups. Again, ideal for startups at the forefront of innovation. Again, providing crucial support during early critical growth stage. This is another big one. This is 500 Startups. They have launched a large amount of startups. They're based in California as well. Again, heavy on tech, heavy on software, ideal for global exposure, so they'll look outside of the US as well. 1517 fund out of San Francisco, another deep tech one, AI, software, healthcare. They're great for startups with unconventional ideas. So if your firm is a little bit out on left field, this is a good one to approach. 1839 Ventures, this is one based in Austin, Texas, into tech and fintech, and it's suitable for startups led by underrepresented founders, providing a unique opportunity to diversify and enrich the entrepreneurial landscape. So if you're looking for a firm that maybe resonates more with your group, this is a good one to take a look at. Again, they're based in Austin, Texas. Ranch Ventures out of San Fran. This is a micro venture capital group, so they look at smaller tranches of funds, and they're involved in technology, healthcare, and consumer goods. Again, suitable for startups with transformative technologies. So it's really important if you're in the tech field. This is another a great firm to reach out to. 1855. This is in Pennsylvania. Early stage venture capital, information technology, and healthcare. And they're ideal for startups looking beyond traditional funding, fostering an environment that nurtures groundbreaking ideas. A-Force, this is another one out in New York, consumer goods, health, and entertainment. Acadian Ventures, another New York-based one. There seems to be a lot of what I call left and right coast here. For the states, you're going to see most of these are going to be out of New York or California. This is best for startups across diverse industries, providing flexible and strategic funding. Accelerator Ventures, this is another micro venture capital firm, software and technology, suitable for early stage startups seeking acceleration, mentorship, and financial background. So this is another one of those groups that's not only going to help lend you money, but they're also going to help you with the building of the business, reaching out to other contacts and other people that are going to be able to help you on your fundraising journey. Acme Capital, another San Fran firm, technology, fintech. Ideal for tech startups looking for venture partner and deep understanding of the tech landscape. So these guys are really, really tech heavy. Act One Ventures out of LA. They're into software, technology, and fintech. So again, there's a very big trend here, and I put this together because large amount of my clients that come to me on Fiverr are tech. I would say about 80% of them are tech, and the ones that aren't tech tend to be firms that I would not classify as startups. So that the trend is going very much for tech, and certainly fintech, AI are going to be very big in 2024. Active Capital out of San Antonio. They're B2B and SAS. Again, if you're in B2B SAS, startup seeking venture partner, this is another good one. Adjuvant Capital, again, another New York one, health care and life sciences. So this is very specialized, probably less of a tech one, but more of if you're in the health field and you're crossing the life sciences field, then this is a good one for you to start with. Advancent, this is out of Massachusetts. Digital media and internet, again, they look at startups at the intersection of media, entertainment, and technology, and they provide industry-specific support. It's important when you're looking at the firms to take a look. You're going to see on their websites, a lot of times you're going to see their team, and you're going to see a lot of their backgrounds, and many times it's just feeling comfortable. Even though the database is 550 contacts, the odds are you're not going to approach all of them. You want to have a list of around 100 that sound like they're comfortable for you to build a relationship. Again, you want to start that relationship about 9 months to a year before you need the capital. Alamo Angels, this is out of San Antonio. They're an angel group, and they are in consumer goods and technology. They actually have a broad range of interest. They're really best for people that are in San Antonio, but still, you know, I still say to people that approach everybody who's an angel group, because angel groups are unique in the fact that they have angel investors as part of their team. They're not a traditional venture capital group. And you do not know where the people from the angel groups are from, even though they may be based in San Antonio. Many of them may be based in New York or Florida or California, and you do not want to limit yourself. So what I say to everybody is, angel groups are unique. Apply to all of them if they're in your sector. Alpaca VC, New York City. Venture capital, consumer goods, blockchain, and Web3. Alpha Edison out of LA, Technology Consumer Goods. Again, they're a pretty large one. They look at lots of startups that they've funded in the past few years. Same with Alpha Square out in New York. They're a family office, so it's a little bit different with them. Family offices are can be either single or a multi-family, but they're ultra high net worth people who are looking at different investments, and it could be across the board. It could be real estate, it could be commercial products, it could be many things, but many of them will look at startups as well, and they tend to be very niche. So this one here is technology and consumer goods, so you check their profile to see whether you fit within their respective. Alpine Meridian Ventures out of New York, this is another big one. They're an investment company and a venture capital firm. They look at technology, digital media, and e-commerce. And again, they're best for startups, for people looking for venture partner with a broad experience. If you look at their team, you're going to find that they have a wide range of interests. And the good thing about that is if they have their LinkedIn address, you can contact them through LinkedIn. So if they fall exactly within their sector, they're good people to contact that way. Or you can use traditional email. And Amplify Partners out of Menlo Park, California. Again, another venture capital firm. Technology, machine learning, cyber security. Archangel out of New York. And they're an Angel Group as well. Technology, consumer brands. And that's another one with a large following. Coda Capital out of San Fran. Another investment company / venture capital firm. Technology, software, SAS. Again, like early stage tech startup seeking funding. And Elevate Capital out of Portland, Oregon. Another investment company and venture capital firm. Technology, healthcare, SAS. So you can see there's a trend. A lot of these are in 5 or 6 key sectors. You can widen it out to technology, but for example, ENIAC Ventures in San Fran, their technology, yes, that's a wide one, but Web3 and media are of interest. Again, check their portfolio, and you're going to see I've got individual videos for all 30 of these that tap into why they're good, why they're suitable for you, key touch points on how to actually reach out to them. I think I've got about 40 videos up on the US alone on my YouTube channel, so you can see a lot of the companies as well that they've that are part of their investor portfolio. 37 Angels, that's another great angel group, even though they do have more than 37 in their team. They look at tech and general, so they're really a good one to reach out to no matter where you are in the States. And even overseas, you know, if you're in the UK, Canada especially, you can still reach out to angel groups in the USA. This is the type of seed capital angel group you can find in my exclusive guide. I created this exclusive database to help founders reach out to seed and angel investors with confidence. There is no other resource like it, period. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section. So this is the seed, capital, and angel group investor database. And as you can see on the top here, it has 570 contacts. And total investments for this group is over 37,000 in the past few years. This is the best source of seed capital that you're going to find, and this was handpicked for me from my database of over 400,000 contacts. So this is not a database that you can scrape off the internet because they have all been verified. These are all companies that deal in seed capital, so you can be sure that if that is the type of funds that you're looking for, this is the great source for you, not only in the very beginning of your company stages, but as you move along the line. The purpose of this database is to actually use as a contact for when you first get your company ready and rolling, and you can say to them, I am a founder in the tech space or whatever space you're in, and you want to make initial contacts in the very beginning. So that's the beauty of this type of list. If you're thinking about fundraising, you should not think about sending out your outreach emails when you're looking for the funds. You should be thinking about that 1-2 years beforehand, where you start to make contacts with these key groups, because that's the best way for you to build at least a connection with not only the one member, could be multiple members of the team, and keep in mind that the people in the teams will always change over time unless they're the founders and the principals. So let's just take a quick look at this here. So you're going to get the company names, you're going to get the cities, and again, this is a USA list. These are all either venture capital or angel groups. And there could be some family investment offices, but they're really focused on micro venture capital, and angel groups, because those are the ones that look at allocating funds for startups, and you can usually look at anywhere from around $100,000 to around $500,000, sometimes up to $1 million for these type of groups. And that's why they have been collected in this particular database, because it doesn't make sense for you to start to look at databases that have growth capital. In other words, firms that are looking to finance you in your third or fourth raise, or databases that have private equity that aren't going to lend to a startup. So that's why I've spent over 150 hours minimum working on this database. In fact, I've been working on this database for a few years, but it was just finally some interest in clients where to connect both angel groups and venture capital groups that are seed capital. What's an angel group? Very simple. If you're looking to approach angel investors, the easiest way is to actually do it by contacting angel groups. An angel group is a firm that is founded and has sometimes 50, 100, 200, maybe even more individual angel investors as part of that group. And what it does, it helps them organize potential investment opportunities that come across their desk, so that they can present it to the group as a whole or to individuals that may be in that group. So in other words, this particular database has thousands and thousands and thousands of individual angel investors, but you do not have to contact them one by one. You can do that by simply going into the groups that are composed of angel investors. This database is also very unique because in some cases I've already identified key contacts for you. Now the reason I have not done this for all the contacts is very simple. Throughout the life of your group, and even through your contacts when you're doing your fundraising, you're going to approach different people. For example, if it's a principal or a founder, those are great contacts if you're ready to start raising funds. But if you're just starting out your group, you may want to look at approaching associates or whoever might be that first contact, and that helps you build your contact within that group up as your company grows. And it's really, really important, because then you never have to be in a scenario where you're looking at firms that only are looking at warm introductions. Most of these, and in fact, over 95% of them, you do not need to have a previous contact with someone. So what have I done to include? And another key thing is they all are either going to have their company emails, in other words, info at, contact at, or you will submit your information on a forum on their website. It's very common for venture capital and angel groups, instead of having an email address, to have a forum where you'll submit your information. You do not have to submit your pitch deck. In fact, in the very beginning of your approach to companies, I would suggest you not using a pitch deck. You could use bullet points or an executive summary, but leave the pitch deck for when you're looking to start to raise funds. So what makes this database unique is I've included the key outreach touch points. In other words, if you have a direct contact that you've known, then there's some key words here that you can use in your particular letter. And that really kind of helps you get started. In other words, I'm not writing the letters for you. I do have that service on Fiverr if you're interested. But for example, this one here says Helios Capital is recognized for its strategic investments in diverse sectors. Let's discuss the potential synergies between our new venture and your investment approach. So that's a good line to put in as what I would call a second sentence in your letter. So I've done that for all 570. I've added some key points about their group so that you actually make it look like it's customized. You should not spam these type of venture capital and angel groups with your message, because it won't work. They get hundreds and hundreds of emails a day, and yes, that means hundreds and hundreds of potential people who are looking to raise funds, and it's best that you go in with an approach where it's customized. So that's really, really important, and that's why I've devised this database. There is no other database like this on the market, no one else, and there's many firms and high-profile companies that allow you access to databases. In other words, you've got to pay a subscription. You might be allowed to contact 100 firms in a month. This is more refined. In other words, I've done the heavy lifting for you. I've devoted the hours so that you don't have to do it. So the second part of this is, because you are going to use this database in the very beginning and early days, you're going to want to be able to contact somebody in the very early stages, and you may not know them. The reason you may not know them is because in some cases venture capital firms will list their employees and their LinkedIn addresses, okay, so that's really key, but in some cases you won't. So I actually suggest, and I've already done the work for you, is that you send them a letter seeking information on who might be a good contact. For example, this one here, the subject is inquiry regarding investment opportunities, seeking the right contact. So that will be the body of your email. And then I have added what's called the second sentence, and it says, as we explore potential investment avenues we believe our venture aligns with Pipeline Ventures investment criteria, could you assist us in identifying the appropriate contact for further discussions? Now the reason I've put that type of strategy in here is, if you send this to info at, or if you send this to admin, they're going to pass it. They're going to do two things. They're going to probably pass it on to the appropriate party, or they're going to send you back a polite message saying, yes, you can contact so-and-so with your opportunity. They'll do that because that's their job. That's what they're there for. I've really made that clear. I have other investor databases. For example, I just created one for the Middle East where I have almost all the HR contacts. So in that way, an HR contact is never going to delete an email like that, because that's not their job. Their job is to facilitate these type of introductions and making sure they get to the right person. So the beauty of this is, if it's a venture capital or angel group firm, let's say they've got a founder, a couple of principals, they may have 3 or 4 associates or people who analyze investments. That's who this particular contact is going to be made with, and it's great because that's who you want your initial contact with. You want to be able to make that initial contact with somebody at a lower level, introducing yourself, and maybe arranging a meeting or a Zoom call to see how you can align your company with them for when it comes down to the point where you're going to do fundraising. People should think about that when they're doing their fundraising, is treat it like a business development exercise. So that is the database of venture capital, seed venture capital, and angel groups in the USA for the initial stages of your fundraising. My master database has over 400,000 verified global contacts. That includes angel investors, family investment offices, pension funds, hedge funds, private equity databases, REITs, premium high net worth and ultra high net worth Middle East investors database, venture capital lists, and investment banks. I also help clients with pitch deck reviews and corporate fundraising presentations. If you're getting ready to send your presentation out to investors, send it to me. I will take a look at it. Approximately 80% of the presentations I see are not suitable to be sent out to investors. I have a service on Fiverr that will help fix that. Just click my Fiverr link below for more information. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.